Alright, here's my current rear view camera situation. My fifth wheel is just parked at the end of the driveway, looking at a fence. Got a solar panel on the ground there, but there is almost no detail in this picture. It's hard as heck to see anything if you're trying to look for a tree while you're backing up or something. It's just you can't see much. Cars coming by or so. I guess it's better than nothing, but really could be better, much better. So I called Furrion. It's a Furrion system, and I said, is there any way to tell if it's the camera or the monitor doing this so I can just buy one and not both? And they said, too bad, so sad, buy both. So I did, but it's not Furrion. So we'll take a look at what I got and do some install today. Alright, this is what I got. Amtifo, I have no idea how to pronounce that, but saw it on the first on a lot of the RV forums. A lot of folks claim it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and it does have some good reviews on Amazon, so I'm trying it. So I got I already pulled out the camera, got a antenna on it and the monitor, put the antennas on them. I'll show you why in just a second. It comes with some fairly good instructions, I guess, looks like, written in half decent English, and there is also a QR code you can scan and get a YouTube video. So on installing it, but seems like a pretty decent setup. So when it comes in the box, they give you this Y connector that you see here, so you can plug in the monitor and the camera into the 12-volt plug that's normally meant for just the power and the monitor. And this is my I call it my, I can't see anything, my solar bucket. Get it out this way. Yeah, it's got some it's like a power station, homemade power station. It's got 12 volt and it's got 110 or 120. I hate that when people say 110. It's got 120. It's got an inverter and USBs and all the goodies in it. So I'm going to use it to test out with my little Y connector they gave me. So it's plugged in, and then on the end this little red is a power switch. So turn that on, and then oh, there we go. Take my little camera, point it around the backyard. But man, look at that video compared to the crap we were just looking at. That same fence back there. Now we're a lot further away from the fence than my fifth wheel is, but you can see much better detail. You can see the trees and the grass and the table in front of me. So it is a good looking setup so far. So we will see how it turns out to be in actual use. Alright, there's my original camera, a Furrion. It's mounted in one of those Furrion shark fins they call them. And this new camera I bought is supposed to be able to mount in that shark fin setup no problem. So I guess we're getting ready to find that out. Alright, up the ladder we go. Let's see what we got. Alright, looks like there's 4 screws holding that camera in, so I'm going to take those out. Okay, here's the old or original camera. Yep, with just 4 screws. There, and there, and there. And it came right out. And then it's got a plug on the back that plugs into my camper. And my first thought was, oh no, they don't match. And then I remembered digging through my pack of goodies. There is an adapter, and this adapter fits into the current camera. Can't do it one-handed. And this, I already checked, fits into the plug up there on my camper. So awesomeness. And then looking at the back side of my original camera with those 4 bolts, it bolts up to that shark fin device. This is made completely different. but in the box of the package of goodies is this. And already tried. This snaps right into that shark fin, and then that's going to bolt to the camera. I'll probably bolt it to the camera first, I guess, and then put the shark fin up there. Something like that. I don't know. I have to figure that out. Alright, on that shark fin bracket, this is the original camera, sets in just like that. And then this adapter plate has this funky little thing up top. That goes right where this antenna is on the original. So I want to bolt this thing up to the new camera in that fashion. Alright, we got a whole bag of nuts and bolts and screws, so I'm going to find some nuts and bolts that fit. Not quite sure exactly what I'm doing, but I think I'm going to put the bolt through there, and then a nut. I don't know if we can see, or if I can get my hand in there, a nut in there. Yeah, that's tiny, but all right, I got that one started. Find me another one. All right, next one. That through, now the antenna's in the way, of course. And drop it. Well, I guess I've got some room to put two more. So I guess I will. Alright, these little tiny screws and nuts. The screw already had a lock washer and a flat washer on it, so that's the way I'm putting them in. And then the nut is a nylon lock washer, and it is a 7mm. So that's the way I'm installing them. Okay, I do not have any video of this, but if you look up where the red arrow is pointing on that arm that connects to the camera body, when this was mounted in my Furrion adapter, and I think that's what a lot of RVs use, it causes the camera to kind of point down. That adapter is slanted. And this bar will not allow the camera to tilt up enough to see anything except for the ground directly behind the camper, like 10 feet behind the camper. So you can't use it as a rear view camera. It doesn't see anything. So what I did was, if you see the two large screws on the body of the camera, before you bolt it to this backing plate like we've just gone through, swap those bars side to side, so that in that orientation, this bar with the bars swapped side to side, it will allow the camera to tilt up further and then look back behind the RV. I forgot I had a little tiny wrench set. It's even called a midget combination set. So I had a 7mm in that set. I just did not remember. And so, yeah, that's not as nearly as tight as I thought it was. But now it's tight. And then, did I say that was a 7mm for those nuts? I don't remember. Well, the antenna is an 8mm. So I'll tighten that up a little bit before I put it up in the camper. I don't imagine you need much torque on this, but I'm just going to snug it. Alright, now I got to go back on the ladder and put this thing back up. and the screws holding that are even tinier than the other ones. And if I drop those in the grass, I will never see them again. So put a little piece of, let me see, just a little piece of painter's tape over the hole, and then when you stick the screw in, it's going to hold it in place so I don't drop it in the grass. No, it's there. It works. A lot easier than I expected too. Everything just plugged right up with having that Furrion prep bolted right up. So super easy. I think I'll got a trip coming up in a couple days, so I think I'll get a little footage of going down the road before I post this video. Alright, now next to mount the monitor, F-150's got this little tray thing up in the dash, and I've seen those adapters you can put in there to bolt all kinds of stuff too, but they're pricey. Didn't want to spend the money. So looking around the scrap in the garage, and I found this. It's the top of a fence post. It was literally like a 1/4 inch too big, so I just shaved the end of it off. Don't need the dog ears, but it's there. And so now it fits into there perfectly. And then the where'd it go? Oh, then the monitor came with this adapter, this mount, which is a very nice mount, only if I put it in here, it won't let me turn it very much to kind of tilt it towards me. So looking around, and I had this other mount that I think come with the original system that I was using, but I never used it. So I'm going to use it for that. I'm going to paint that piece of wood so it kind of black and it blends into the dash, and then put that right there, and that is going to be my monitor mount. Simple, free, it's for me. The back of the monitor, you can put an SD card in it. It's a full-size SD card. Does not come with a monitor. I bought that from Walmart. It's like Walmart's brand. Just a little cover on the back, unscrews. They give you the screwdriver to take it off. As you'll see in a minute, that I can plug that right into my laptop and play the video from it. So it's easy to do. And then here's one more look at my mount. Again, just that piece of board that fits in that little dash cubby. It's got a little, I don't know what you call this thing, a pin there, squarish looking pin that slides right into this piece nicely. So that's how I have it mounted. Again, just a little bit of a DIY setup that did not come with the unit, but works well. And it does have a setup, like I showed earlier, that you can use to mount it somewhere else if you don't have this that you want to DIY. And as a quick side note, I've taken 2 trips with this. One trip was about 21 hours total there and back, and then another trip was about 10 hours, 9-10 hours there and back. And you can see I've got 2 gigabytes left. So this thing, 32 gigabyte card, I just bought kind of a random size. I didn't know what it would really need, but a 32 gigabyte card does an awful lot of saving before it starts overwriting, and that's the way it operates. It overwrites once it gets to the end of the storage. All right, after a couple days ago, when I filmed this at the end of the driveway, I left it on while I was driving. So here I am at the end of the driveway again. You can see my fiber way back there, 150 feet away. And again, we got a good signal. Now watch how far this goes when I drive down the road. So here we go. Driving down the road, try to keep around this corner. And I can watch a little better, but you can see I still have a signal from the monitor. Driving past house after house after house. Coming down this way, keep coming, keep it coming. Still got a signal, it's like 2 bars now. So I'm coming, more houses and more houses and more houses. Come down here, a little further. Here comes the stop sign. Well, I'm getting ready to turn, and this is where it died the other day. So I'm at the stop sign. Actually still not dead. Well, there it goes. It dies right at the stop sign. So that's a 1/4 mile. So, well, there, come back on. I stopped moving, it come back on. Hey, look at that. Turn. Oh, there it goes off again. As soon as I start moving a little bit, lost signal. But that is awesome. So as long as you don't have a rig more than a 1/4 mile long. Wait, what? Did he just say as long as your rig is not more than a 1/4 mile long, this camera system will work? Let's see. But that is awesome. So as long as you don't have a rig more than a 1/4 mile long, you're okay. Oh. All right, this is a video right from the SD card. And I said in another part of the video, it is very easy to get out. Just plug right into your computer and no muss, no fuss, and you can watch the recording. The recording is definitely a reduced bit rate or whatever you want to call it. It is not as clear as the actual view looking in the monitor, but it is good enough if you need to go back and see something. So this is just a view of backing into a campsite. It doesn't look like it in the video, but this campsite was very vertical in the beginning, and then it leveled off in the back, and I was losing traction, had to put it in 4-wheel drive to get up. But just again, just a quick little video kind of showing how the view looks from the camera in actual use. All right, now this is a video of going down a 6-lane interstate. If it plays long enough, you'll see I pass a semi truck and then cut back in the lane, a few other cars around. So again, just kind of gives you a scenario of a real world use. The resolution is quite a bit lower coming out of the SD card than it actually looks on the screen. Maybe I need to check in to see if that is changeable. I don't know that, but in any event, it's good enough to see what you need to see if you need to see something. So like and subscribe. Lots of RV videos on the channel, some e-bike videos on the channel. You've got some kayak videos on the channel. So if you're an outdoors type person, there's some stuff for you out there. And we will see you in the next video.